Hello guys, Sujara speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories episode number. Hang on. There we go. 447 Tay Radio, Avatar, The Last Airbender. I am Zuko. So let's read it out, shall we? So we got for us. This written by, adopted by, excuse me, okay, anyway. So last episode, anyway. Mia Nagabara. Illustrated by Bio Lu. Published by Golden Book New York release. Copyright 2024 are reserved. Anyway, this is Zuko, by the way. And seen here, it's a Nickelodeon's character. Seen here. But anyway. I am Zuko. Anyway, I'm a skilled warrior who can bend fire to my will. Anyway, this ability is called firebending. I have been labeled many things among these Prince, Traitor, and Fire Lord. Okay? Makes sense anyway, even though it's a great idea between fire to burn some stuff up. Even though it's a fire warrior stuff, like hey ya and things like that. So there you go on that. Next page. Anyway, I was born in Fire Nation royalty. The firstborn child of Fire Lord Ozzy. Wow. My father was cold and cruel. Wow. But my brother was loving and protective of me. Wow, okay. Growing up, my brother would protect my sister, Ozzy, over me. Okay? I always had to struggle and fight. And that had made me who I am. Wow. Even those days are great ideas. To make sense in any way, when it was a family tradition to make. So, very going that. Hang on, let me see. Free up. No, it's not going to happen anyway. So there you go, it makes sense in any way. Next page. Anyway. I am constantly sought that approval of my father. So no matter what I did, I couldn't please him. Once I angered him by speaking my mind, and then refused to fight him with a duel. Okay? My father gave me the scar I now have on my left eye. Well, okay. It banished me from the Fire Nation. Wow. He told me to return him if only brought him the Avatar. His greatest enemy. Wow, I felt worried because he is probably the villain of the series. You know, I'm not sure. I've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender series, nor has the Legend of Korra at all. But it makes sense anyway. It depends. We'll see what happens. I haven't saw the series at all. Let's just say that. But that's just me, of course. But I did got the DVD copies of it. But anyways, next page. I was terminated to restore my honor. So I set up to hunt down the Avatar. My uncle Aura joined me in my search. At first he was way too relaxed for me. I was probably seem uptight for him, okay? But when danger comes arose, my uncle always had my back, okay? I respect him for that, and eventually I grew up to admire him. Something like that. It makes sense anyway. It was a great idea. So there you go. It has to be good and different on that. So, there you go on that, folks. Next page. Anyway. I was only one hunting on the Avatar. One time the Fire Nation and Fire even caught and imprisoned him. I dressed up my our ego, the blue spirit, and helped him escape. Okay? But only, but only because I was so obsessed with capturing the Avatar myself. Now, as you saw last episode, his name is Aang. You know, to make more sense anyway. So there you go on that. Next page. Also was terminated to capture the Avatar. To help her, she during her friends, Tylee and May, okay? I also wanted to show her father that she deserved to be his heart or something like that. And the next Fire Lord. but I had my arm to restore. But I wasn't going to let Ozzo stop me. Okay? It's good enough. So I want to make more sense in any way. Even though it's a great idea, but it has to be more difference between now and the whole thing. So, there you go. Next page. Anyway. Because I fought Alza because I was branded an enemy in the Fire Nation. My uncle and I had to go into hiding. For a while, Ara and I disguised ourselves as tea shop waiters in the Earth Kingdom capital. I had to swallow my pride for the role. Okay? But Ara loved it. He ended up owning the shop because of his tea making skills. Uncle Aura said the secret ingredient is good tea with love. Okay? To make sense anyway. It was a great idea. So, what it is, folks, have some eye patch to it, and then one person did not. I did not see some Nickelodeon series. I seen some most Disney series, and all costs when I was a kid growing up. So, I'm a Disney nerd per se. Just be honest with you, Lucas. Be watching this. Next page. Anyway, the Fire Nation. Yeah, Lucas Bradley. If you're watching this. Anyway, I'm not talking about the other Lucas, but anyway, if you're wondering, but anyway, the Fire Nation, led by my father, was trying to conquer all the other nations. But I came to realize the World War was better off as it was. Okay. Katara, one of the Avatar's Aang's closest friends, okay? Which I talked about during last episode of Bedtime Stories, okay? Aang, anyway. Taught me that. She said that it was my person of the Avatar was spreading for and hot hatred. Wow, okay. Still, I was torn between my excellence to my father and wanted to do the right thing. Sometimes I fought from the Avatar, and sometimes I fought against him. Wow. Even though it's Aang's idea to get the difference between now and Aang's Avatar from all these things. Water, earth, fire, and air. To make sense in any way, it has to be more difference between this and Guardians Unite from Wish from 2005-2008 series. You know? And then Super Robot Monkey Team High Force Girls have some robot monkeys and having powers and the skeleton team. And then I never seen some Jack shows in my life, but I figure some Jack shows some of the Jack shows were good, but Power Rangers and of course some other things. This example was one of the Nickelodeon shows. But anyway, next page. Anyway. I also learned a lot from my uncle. He taught me that it's possible to bend or redirect lightning. It's very dangerous, and I always said if I'm lucky, I would never have to use either technique. Wow, okay. Something else I learned about was love, okay? Now I can put this down so that way we're reading wise. Anyway, also friend Mia and I have known each other as kids. Well, okay. With my family vacation as a beach house in Amber Island, okay? My journey took me back into that island and back to Maya. Wow. Okay? Makes sense anyway. It was a good idea. So, it had to make more difference anyway, even though it's a great idea. So, it had to make more difference to have a whole friendship and couple difference. So, there you go. We're almost done with this book. Next page. Anyway. Eventually, I realized that Aang's cause was the truly horrible one, okay? He went from being the enemy to my friend. Good enough. When I joined his side, Aang didn't know how to firebend, which is good enough. I taught him, but we both learned from some new tricks from the original firebenders, the Dragon Lens, and Shaw. And that is a great idea, even though it makes sense in good hands in the show itself in the 2000s. So there you go. And the last page, we're almost done anyway. Next page. Anyway, soon the final fight was upon us, okay? While Aang found my father, I told my sister, Ozua, in the Anakai, something like that. and he caught some anyway. It was the toughest fight of my life, but I was able to redirect the lightning she drew at me with Kara's help to defeat her, but I became the new Fire Lord and helped to end the war. Wow. This had to make more sense. And that is the perfect way to finish the war. So, it's the perfect way to end this book. So, very good at that. And the last page of the book says this. During my reign, I sought to bring peace to the Fire Nation and with the world, the planet that is. Anyway, after all these years, I reclaim my honor in nobody's terms by my own. Okay? That make more sense, even though it's Zuko decided to feel like it's a good idea. So, very good to answer anyway. So, there you go. So that was basically Avatar The Last Airbender. I am Zuko. What I think about this book, it was amazing. So far, this book was a success. That was Bedtime Stories episode number 447. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. Next is going to be Bedtime Stories episode number 448, which will be about a local biography book about Miss Dr. Jonas Stark. Now, my excuse me, I'm going to edit this book and then get ready for Bedtime Stories episode and get ready for post on social media. Because after this, I'm going to bed for the night. Till next time, so Jonas Box Baby, you will be soon. Say out. See ya.